Imagine a land with no grass, just dry soil. It seems impossible for anything to survive, right? But when hundreds of bison were brought in, something incredible happened. The land began to change. Stick around to see how these animals, almost gone forever, are bringing life back to the land. The role of bison in restoring America's soil. The reintroduction of bison to America's grasslands has been gaining attention as a powerful tool for reversing some of the environmental degradation caused by human activity. The idea may sound unusual. How could an animal from centuries past have any real role in solving modern-day ecological issues? But as we look closer, the answer lies in understanding the deep connection bison once had with the land. By bringing bison back, we may unlock a natural process that can help restore ecosystems that have been damaged over time. Bison were once one of the most abundant species in North America, roaming the plains in vast numbers. These iconic creatures were central to the ecology of the prairies and grasslands. Their return could be the key to restoring these ecosystems, which are under threat today. The once thriving herds of bison not only shaped the landscape in ways we are only beginning to understand, but their absence has led to a cascade of environmental issues, such as soil erosion, habitat loss, and a decline in biodiversity. Understanding the critical role of bison in shaping these environments helps us see how they could help restore the health of the land now. The history of bison in North America. Before the arrival of European settlers, bison roamed the entire continent in staggering numbers. Estimates suggest that there were around 60 million bison across North America, creating a continuous presence from Alaska all the way down to Mexico. This vast region, referred to as the Great Bison Belt, was home to millions of bison. These herds moved freely across what is now the United States, Canada, and northern Mexico. The grasslands they grazed were among the most fertile and resilient ecosystems on the planet. Scientists believe these ecosystems, shaped by the grazing habits of bison, were capable of thriving under natural processes. Bison, as herbivores, were not just an important food source for the native tribes of the plains, but they also played a pivotal role in maintaining the ecological balance of the landscape. Their grazing habits helped keep the grasslands open by preventing the overgrowth of trees and shrubs, which allowed grasses to flourish. This process created a diverse array of habitats for other species, including birds, insects, and small mammals. The soil was kept healthy through their natural behaviors, ensuring that the land remained fertile and resilient. The arrival of European settlers. However, the arrival of European settlers in the 1500s began to change the natural landscape of North America. Settlers brought with them a variety of new animals, including horses, cattle, and domesticated livestock. While the horses themselves did not directly threaten bison, they had a profound impact on the dynamics of life on the plains. As horses spread among the Plains Indians, it revolutionized their ability to hunt bison. Prior to the introduction of horses, the Plains Indians had to rely on foot travel and traditional methods to hunt bison. But once horses became part of their culture, they were able to move across the plains more efficiently and hunt bison on a much larger scale. By the 1800s, Plains Indian tribes had developed sophisticated hunting techniques, and the scale of bison hunting had expanded significantly. This increased hunting, combined with the competition for resources between bison and horses, had a devastating effect on the bison population. The settlers also introduced cattle to the region, which added another layer of competition for grazing resources. Cattle not only ate the same grasses that bison depended on, but they also brought diseases, such as tuberculosis, that further weakened the bison herds. By the 1900s, the number of cattle in the Great Bison Belt had skyrocketed, with an estimated 30 million cattle outnumbering the remaining bison by a significant margin. This competition, coupled with hunting and disease, decimated the bison population. The near extinction of the American bison. By the late 19th century, bison were nearly driven to extinction. The population, once numbering in the millions, had 325 individuals by 1884. This was a tragic turning point in the ecological history of North America, as the loss of bison not only threatened a species, but also led to the collapse of the ecosystems that relied on them. As bison disappeared, the land began to suffer from the effects of overgrazing, soil erosion, and the spread of shrubs and trees, which took over the once open grasslands. The dramatic decline in bison populations was driven by several factors. One of the main reasons for the mass slaughter of bison was the demand for their hides, which became a booming industry in the East. Bison pelts were highly valued, and their bones were used in fertilizer production. The railroads also played a role in the destruction of bison herds, as they made it easier for hunters to reach previously remote regions. The near extinction of bison was a product of these combined factors, all of which contributed to the collapse of an entire ecosystem. The ecological role of bison. Bison were not just important for their role as a food source, they were a keystone species that shaped the landscape in profound ways. Their grazing habits helped maintain the balance of the grasslands by preventing shrubs and trees from overtaking the open prairie. This allowed grasses to thrive, creating a lush environment for a variety of plant and animal species. Bison also created unique microhabitats through their behaviors. As they rolled in the dirt and mud, they created shallow depressions in the soil. These depressions would fill with water during the rainy season, forming small wetlands that provided crucial habitat for a variety of plants and animals, including migratory birds. Their movement across the land also facilitated the spread of seeds, helping to regenerate plant life across large areas. This regenerative process was central to the ecological health of the prairies. When bison were removed from the landscape, these ecological processes were disrupted. Without bison, grasses began to lose out to the spread of woody plants and trees, and soil erosion became a pressing issue. The absence of bison created a feedback loop in which degraded land became increasingly less capable of supporting diverse plant and animal life. The case for bison restoration. In recent years, ecologists and conservationists have looked to bison as a potential solution to the problems caused by the loss of this keystone species. The idea behind bison restoration is based on the notion that the natural behaviors of bison, grazing, wallowing, and creating depressions in the soil, can help restore damaged ecosystems. By reintroducing bison to areas that have been degraded by human activity, scientists hope to reverse some of the negative consequences that have arisen from the loss of this species. Bison are known to be efficient grazers, and their grazing habits naturally prevent the overgrowth of woody plants and shrubs. This allows grasses to thrive, which can help restore grasslands that have been encroached upon by other plant species. Additionally, bison manure provides valuable nutrients to the soil, enriching it and increasing its fertility. This added organic matter also helps improve the soil's ability to retain moisture, which is critical in regions that experience droughts or water scarcity. Furthermore, the shallow depressions that bison create when they wallow in the mud can become important microhabitats for other species. These areas, which fill with water in the spring, create small wetlands that support a wide variety of plant and animal life. These wetlands become crucial habitats for migratory birds, amphibians, and insects. In this way, bison can help restore biodiversity in the grasslands and promote a more balanced and resilient ecosystem. The benefits of bison restoration. The benefits of reintroducing bison to degraded landscapes are becoming more apparent as projects around the country begin to show success. In areas where bison have been reintroduced, there have been noticeable improvements in soil health, plant diversity, and habitat creation. For example, in areas of the American West, bison grazing has helped prevent the overgrowth of shrubs and trees, allowing grasses to recover. This has led to healthier grasslands and more fertile soils. Additionally, bison's role in creating wetlands has proven to be a game changer in terms of biodiversity. Wetlands are among the most productive ecosystems on Earth, and the creation of new wetlands through bison wallowing has had significant benefits for wildlife. Birds, amphibians, and insects have found refuge in these newly created habitats, contributing to the overall health of the ecosystem. Bison restoration also has potential benefits for farmers and ranchers. By improving soil health and reducing the need for artificial irrigation and fertilizers, bison grazing may help reduce the costs of land management. In areas that have been overgrazed by cattle, bison can help restore balance to the ecosystem and reduce the risk of further land degradation. Conclusion. As we confront the challenges of climate change, soil degradation, and biodiversity loss, it is essential that we look to the past for solutions. The reintroduction of bison to America's grasslands may offer a unique and powerful way to restore the ecological balance of the land. By recognizing the critical role these animals once played in maintaining healthy ecosystems, we may find a path forward that combines the wisdom of nature with modern conservation efforts. In the end, the return of bison could help us heal not only the land but also the relationship between humans and the environment by reintroducing these magnificent animals. Thanks for watching. If you find something you liked, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss future videos. See you next time.